So let's talk about something slightly different today. Let's talk about arrays. So arrays are kind of, very similar actually to DS grids, and they run basically identically. They're very similar, although I do edge towards DS grids because of the more user-friendly functions available. But today I'm going to be showing you the arrays. If you want to check out DS grids, I've done a little short on that, so yeah, we can go check that out as well. So back to the arrays. Right, arrays are, well, they're basically DS grids. They have a store value, so let's do a little visual representation. And it's kind of like a little table, and it might look something a little bit like this, and then you put values underneath them, so it might be like this, and that might be how your table looks, or your array as it's more formally called. And how you make an array is just like this. So you use your variable, so we're just going to call it the variable, and then you do an open bracket and then a closed bracket, and inside them you decide what you want to do. So depending on what you're going to be doing, you'll be using two different types of array. So the first one is a 2D array, like that, and then you have to put equals, and that's a 2D array. So that means you can then go along and say, well, I want 1, 2 to be something else, and you can store multiple amounts of values up until 81. I think you'll probably be able to go up to, because they go up to 9 on each end, which is the limits of arrays. But if you're going for something a bit less advanced, you can go for 1D arrays, and they are just really basic one number. So this could be, again, something, and then this could be something else. So if you are currently following the NPC tutorial in episode 2 and 3, no, wait, 3 and 4 even, we use a 1D array to store the options choices, and this is very basic. If I'm using a 2D array, well, I won't use a 2D array, I'll use a DS grid. But if 1D arrays, they're very handy. They're just like a variable that can be used 9 times. So this goes all the way up until variable 9. I think you can probably do bigger numbers, but I don't think it likes them. So I think you can just stick to that. Other thing to mention is that there is a couple of functions that you can use. So there is array height, yeah. So there's array height 2D, and then you put in your array name. There is array length 2D, and then you put in your variable. And then for the 1D ones, there is array length 1D, and this again takes in another variable. Something is apparently wrong here though. Wrong arguments. Yes. So you need to also, for the length, put in a number, I believe. I should check that actually. I don't use 2D variables a lot, so it's a bit tricky to know. The array to check. Yeah. So this just goes on to number 1 and checks how many of these there are. And then the 1D just checks how long it is. So in this case, it would be 9, although realistically we'd have this to 2. In which case it would be 3, because 1, 2, 3. And basically that's all you need to know about arrays. They're very, very simple, very, very similar to DS grids. So go check that DS grids video out as well. You know, choose whichever one you think you prefer. And yeah, this has been probably very short, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep telling me what you'd like me to do these videos on, so open to interpretation. You know, if you want me to do one on, I don't know, script, I don't know, something like that, just give me a shout and I'll do it. Anyway, for now, I will talk to you later.